Ah, my dear fiends. Welcome back to my humble collection. Do stay a while and listen. Most of the tales in my library are spun from ink and imagination, but every so often, one finds a story that was never meant to be told at all. A secret captured on magnetic tape, buried in concrete tombs of bureaucracy. Tonight, we shall listen to just such an artifact, a government secret I like to call Contingency 7. For 15 years, I was a senior archivist for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. My job was to sit in a climate-controlled concrete box and digitize history's forgotten warnings. Most of it was exactly what you'd expect. Cold War paranoia, PSAs about nuclear fallout, disaster preparedness drills, boxes upon boxes of dusty, obsolete media. But you see things working a job like that. Tapes with no labels, films with redacted titles, contingency plans for events that defy rational explanation. On my final day, just before the facility was permanently decommissioned, I broke protocol. Just once. There was one tape, a thick U-matic cassette from 1986 with a simple, typewritten label that just read EAS test, Contingency 7. I should have left it in the vault. God knows I should have, but I had to know. And now I think you should know too.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. Had this been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instructions. This station serves the counties of Ridge, Pine Valley, and the incorporated lowlands of the Silent Creek Basin. This is only a test. The National Weather Service has issued a special statement for all residents of the Silent Creek Basin. Effective at 2100 hours tonight, an atmospheric thermal inversion is expected to cause significant signal disruption. However, this is a standard weather event, and there is no cause for alarm. The following is a supplementary bulletin from the United States Department of Temporal and Atmospheric Research. In conjunction with the thermal inversion, residents of the Silent Creek Basin may experience paradoxical auditory events.
Paradoxical auditory events.
These events may include the perception of familiar sounds from unfamiliar locations. This is a known psychoacoustic phenomenon related to the signal disruption and should be disregarded. For your safety and comfort, it is advised that you do not attempt to investigate the source of these sounds. If you believe you hear the voice of a family member or loved one calling for help from outside your home, do not respond. Memory is not a reliable source. Repeat, do not respond to auditory ghosts. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system. We now return you to your regular programming.
Auditory ghosts. A fascinatingly poetic term for a government bulletin. My initial theory was a psychological warfare test, a drill to measure public obedience in the face of nonsensical instructions. It's a plausible explanation, logical, and yet it doesn't account for the feeling of authenticity, the weight of the silence behind the words. The tape has another broadcast segment, logged just 3 minutes after the first. Let's see what comes next.
This is a Class 1 emergency bulletin. This is not a test. This is not a test. The atmospheric anomaly in the Silent Creek Basin has been upgraded to a Level 4 transmutation event. The information in our previous broadcast is no longer sufficient. Please adhere to the following directives without question. Your compliance is not optional. Directive 1. All residents must shelter in place. Do not leave your homes for any reason. Reinforce all reflective surfaces. Cover or remove all mirrors, polished metal, and standing water. Do not perceive your own reflection. Asynchronous or mirrored movements are considered a primary symptom of contamination. Directive 2. Conserve all power. The anomaly is drawn to electrical discharge. Do not operate telephones, radios, or television sets. The system you are hearing is operating on a C closed-circuit broadcast. It is the only safe source of information. Directive 3. Report all biological and architectural inconsistencies. Paradoxical restructuring of living and non-living matter may occur. Disregard any new doors, windows, or corridors within your home. They are not geographical realities. They are pathways. Do not enter the pathways. Directive 4. Maintain family unit integrity. Physical contact should be maintained with all household members. If a family member exhibits anatomical variants or speaks with a voice that is not their own, do not isolate them. Isolation will accelerate the transmutation. This is a community event. Mayday! Mayday! This is Sheriff Miller. Dispatch, do you copy? It's in the house. It got in. I'm looking at it right now. Oh God, it's wearing my wife's face, but it's too tall. The arms are too long. Get back! I said get back! Remember, your cooperation is essential for a stable transition. Avoid panic. Embrace the change. We thank you for your compliance.
Not a test. Not a psyop. Sheriff Miller, his voice was real. The terror was real. Transmutation? Pathways? What in God's name was happening in that valley? The tape. The spool isn't finished. There's something else at the very end. A ghost track, recorded over the static. It isn't labeled. It sounds different.
Log entry. I don't know the date. The clock has 4 hands now. Time is fluid. My name is Dr. Eris Thorne. I was the lead psychologist for Project Chimera, what they later renamed Contingency 7. It was never a weather event. It was a bleed. We opened a door we couldn't shut, a reality where fundamental constants are suggestions. The anomaly. It's not hostile, it's simply dominant. It's a harmonizing frequency. It finds disharmonious matter, our reality, and it retunes it. The auditory ghosts are the first wave. The frequency finds a powerful emotional resonance in a subject, a memory, a voice, and it projects it. It's a lure, a tuning fork to get the subject to vibrate at the right frequency. Once the resonance is established, the restructuring begins. My wife, she passed from consumption 3 years ago. Right now, I can hear her humming in the kitchen. The little tune she always hummed when she was baking. It's a beautiful, perfect memory. And I know it's not real, but my cells, my very atoms, they don't seem to care. They want to harmonize with it. The geometry of my own hands is wrong. The fingers are elongated. The knuckles, they bend in 2 directions now. It's not painful, it's just incorrect. The broadcast was a lie, of course, a pathetic attempt to maintain order. There is no stable transition. There's only replacement. It doesn't want to destroy us. It wants to overwrite us. It's coming for me now. The humming is so beautiful. I think I'll go see what she's baking.
Overwrite? Michael, dinner's ready. No, it can't be. Michael, don't be late. Michael, are you all right? Are you in there? You knocked something over. It's not real. It's a psychoacoustic phenomenon. The tape, the power of suggestion, stress-induced auditory hallucination. It is not real. Of course it's real, sweetie. I'm right here. Just open the door. No, you're an echo, a ghost, just a paradoxical event. Buster? No, he died when I was 12. This isn't... The ice cream truck. Every Tuesday on Elm Street. How? How does it know this? The tape. It's the tape. The scientists called it a pathway. It's an open door. I have to shut it. I have to destroy it. The pathways. He warned about the pathways. I'll burn it. I'll melt it to slag. I'll close the door. Michael, why are you doing this to me? Don't you want to see me again? Mother? A terrible choice, is it not, my trembling travelers, to destroy a monster or to embrace a memory? Our poor archivist learned a lesson that night that all my dear fiends should take to heart. The most dangerous ghosts are not the ones that haunt our houses, but the ones that haunt our minds. The door is always open. One need only listen. Thank you for joining me in the dark. Do subscribe, and be sure to bring a friend for our next tale. They may need someone to hold their hand.